One of the biggest problems for those of us that really love vintage stereos, it's hard to find a brand new direct drive turntable that fits our budget and also fits with the rest of our stereo equipment. I think all of that changes today. I've got two brand new turntables from Audio-Technica and a new cabinet that I think transforms these turntables into something you would really be proud to set next to your prized vintage electronics. This is going to be a lot of fun. I'm really excited about this one. Let's get into it. Here we go. This video is brought to you by SkylabsAudio.com. New vinyl records added every week, turntable accessories, and phono cartridges for all budgets. We thank you for supporting the channel and our small business right here in West Des Moines, Iowa. And the Audio-Technica AT-LP5X, coming in at $450 for a manual direct drive turntable, is absolutely the best deal in direct drive turntables, especially since you have a removable headshell. Given that the LP5X allows you to play 33, 45, and 78, not to mention the ability to play moving magnet or moving coil cartridges because of the built-in phono preamp, that removable headshell is huge. That opens up all the doors to all possibilities of almost any cartridge or any record you want to play. You've got an actual anti-skate adjustment, you've got a tonearm lifter, and an adjustable counterweight. The AT-5X also comes with a VM95E cartridge, so it is elliptical. Bonus. For those of you out there that like digitizing your records, the LP5X also has USB. There are no automatic functions on the LP5X. It is a manual turntable. You do have to place the tonearm, and you do have to return the tonearm. And how does it sound? It sounds like a turntable that is doing a great job of isolating itself with a VM95E cartridge on it. It sounds like a VM95E, which is great. The only thing I would say with the LP5X, if you are planning on using a moving coil cartridge, you just want to check the output voltage of the cartridge you're wanting to use, as this only has 56 dB of gain. So I probably wouldn't recommend like a Grado Platinum series low output. However, my Denon DL103, no problem, it sounded great. The LP8X is not just the same table with a few upgrades. This is a completely different turntable. You can tell when you pick it up, you can tell when you assemble it, and you can tell when you use it. And what I love the most about this turntable is the auto lift function. I love auto lift turntables. The first time I used a vintage Harman Kardon T-Series or a Marantz 6300 turntable, I thought, that's it. That's what I want. That is perfect. That is the perfect solution to me walking away from my turntable and forgetting I was listening to a record. I don't need all the extra gearing and the other things that go into returning that tonearm. I don't need the tonearm to come over and place itself on the record. I'm putting the record on anyway. I'm happy to do that myself. And while there have been plenty of studies at this point showing that it really doesn't hurt your stylus all that much when it sits at the end of the record and you walk away for a few hours, it bugs me. I don't like it. For those of you that don't want the training wheels, you just want that stylus to ride that record until the cows come home, you can shut it off with a switch on the back and go commando style. And besides the amazing auto lift feature built into the 8X, this is a completely different tonearm. It is a completely different plinth, and it is a completely different platter. And you know as soon as you pick up this platter that they took the steps to make sure this rubber membrane or this damping material they've got on the bottom of this all aluminum platter just takes this turntable up to the next level. There's absolutely no ring in this thing. It feels really good. You can tell they put quality into this turntable everywhere you look. Some other really nice features that come with the LP8X, they did not skimp on the cables. And I know some people out there are gonna scoff. Being this is a $1,000 turntable, It's nice to see that the manufacturer put a little bit of money into the cables, because I've opened up a lot of brand new $1,000 turntables and they give you the cheap white and red basic interconnects. And that's not what this is with the Audio-Technica. These are really nice cables. And to boot, we've actually got a grounded IEC power cable. Personally, I put more stock into the audio cables, but again, it's really nice that they included this. There's no built-in phono preamp. You're getting the same cartridge you're getting with the 5X, which is the VM95E. And while some people say, why would you put an entry-level cartridge on what I'd consider to be a mid-level turntable? I think anybody buying this turntable, including myself, the first thing you're going to do is put the cartridge on it that you want. I have been using this turntable for the last couple weeks and I absolutely love it. I love its speed, I love the torque, I love being able to walk away from it when we get busy and I don't have to worry about it just sitting there spinning. I don't ever see myself using the 78 function, but that might be different for you. Personally, I'm glad they did not put a phono preamp in this model. It's something that I would never use. I think most people in the market for a $1,000 turntable either already have an external phono stage that they love, or they'd prefer the built-in phono stage in their amplifier or receiver, like me. Another nice feature I haven't seen on a turntable in quite a while, they do include a separate counterbalance weight, and this does come in handy for those cartridges that are a little bit heavier, and you need that extra length to get that weight off the tone arm. And then another way that this separates it from the LP5X is the weight. The LP5X is 16 pounds. The LP8X comes in at 23 pounds. This is a heavy turntable. And I did try several of my favorite cartridges on the LP8X, including the Shure V15 Type 4, which I thought sounded incredible. I also tried a VM540, and this quickly became my favorite moving magnet cartridge from Audio-Technica. While it might not be quite as balanced as the V15, it was still a really fun cartridge with a lot of really good dynamics. I thought the top end was incredible, and it was super punchy. It was fun to listen to. I don't know if it's the right cartridge for those out there that want a really neutral sounding cartridge. If you're looking for a fun cartridge with really good detail, that 540 might be your cart. You don't know how many times we've had customers come and say, I've got a vintage stereo, I love it, I love the look of it, I want to get a new turntable. And you show them something like this, and they're like, I like it, but I don't love it. I got something, right? That is a game changer. That changes everything. To me, that takes that brand new turntable and it puts it right into my vintage system. It just takes it up 10 notches. This is the brand new Skylabs bass. We are currently in production making both of these basses for the LP5X and the LP8X. This is not a veneer. This is solid walnut, oiled by hand and waxed. They are made here in the United States. No screws, no bolts. This is literally a drop-in solution. The inside has 4 cups for those feet to fit perfectly in. There's a little bit of wiggle room. It does not mess with the suspension at all. If anything, this should stabilize the table even more. There's no issue with using the dust cover. You can still access everything you need to from the back of the turntable. At $255, I think this takes this turntable from a very cool turntable to wow. So if you are interested in grabbing one of these basses for the 8X or the 5X, head over to skylabsaudio.com. We are doing pre-orders. We do expect them to ship the second week of April. We are not offering them in any other finish other than walnut, and only for these 2 turntables. So if you are interested in one of these cabinets, I would grab one now because I do think the demand is going to be pretty high for these. If you are also looking for a brand new set of speakers that would fit in with your vintage stereo system, you might want to watch that Wharfdale video that's right there. Click it. Click it.